I think if they are really interested, that they should prepare themselves. Pay a lot of attention to having a good language skills, particularly the English and any other official languages. Our official languages are English, French, Spanish, Chinese, Arabic, and Russian. But particularly our working languages are English and French. So that is important for us. Other skills that is important for us, it's very important to have the expertise in the field, legal, economics, whatever. But we also are looking for people that are adaptable, that can work in teams, that can plan and organize, that have integrity, that can work with people of different nationalities. So that also is very extremely important for us. Mm-hmm. But if they want to work in the future, prepare themselves, be patient, have the passion, and if they are called for an interview, to also prepare for an interview. Mm-hmm. For the UN Secretariat, you need one official language, which is English or French, one of the working languages. So currently, we are not asking for two, but at least one, which is English or French. So in that sense, the Koreans already meet one requirement. But the more languages they know, no matter the level, is important for us. Because they can still develop them and work on them when they join us, but the higher they have that level, the better. But at least the English, if that is the main language they're going to enter, has to be very good. Any other company, we have our challenges. It's a normal company as any other company. They are exciting things, and then we have our challenges every day of working with teams of different nationalities, the hard work that we have to do. So therefore, I don't think it's any different. Sometimes people think that the UN is completely different to other companies. It's a fantasy. No, it's like any other company, like a family. Any other family in the world has exactly the same problems and the same challenges of growing up on having that relationship. So it's nothing to be afraid of that is something that is extraordinary or that is going to be so difficult. I think what the person needs to have is the ability to work with people of different nationalities, because you will not work in a national context. You may be in a team where you may be the only Korean and you will have people from others. So you have to have that skill of being able to work with them and being patient and respectful of them. So it's very similar to any other day of any other company. So it is a bit hectic. There's a lot of work to be done, but it is full of variety during the day. There are various ways of assessing. Normally we do it through a competency-based interview. It also depends on your experience and what you have done through your life. There are different ways of demonstrating leadership. I do believe that, for example, sometimes a driver can be a leader in his own way. It depends how he demonstrates that leadership. It doesn't have to be at a higher level, but it's demonstrating that you can influence, that you can make a difference, that you can lead and have followers in order to arrive and deliver a result. In order to prepare for a competency-based interview, first you have to understand what is the job you're being interviewed for. Sometimes we find individuals coming to an interview and they didn't know what was the job they were being interviewed for. You would be surprised, but it happens. So first, knowing the job, knowing what are the requirements. In our job openings, we indicate which are the competencies we are requiring. So if it says teamwork or planning or organizing or client orientation, that means that during the interview, we are going to ask a question on each one of the competencies. So knowing the job opening is important. If it says that, that means there's going to be a question on that. So therefore, the individual has to prepare the interview. He has to go through all his experience and choose examples that will demonstrate that he has a teamwork skill, that can demonstrate that he can plan and organize, and that he can learn from experience. And then practice. If it's a phone interview, practice with a girlfriend, boyfriend, or mother or father, doesn't matter, but practice before the interview takes place. If the interview is face-to-face, practice in front of someone so that they can see you and they can comment on you. Just if you only practice once, it makes a difference. But don't go to the interview without having practice.